All right, the first thing that we're going to talk about in algebra is just graphing basics. All right, so if we look at this, the horizontal line here is all of the x values. It's also known as the independent variable. So when you're thinking about independent variable, typically when we talk about any sort of graphing scenario, the independent is what you control. The dependent is what's going to be controlled by your formula. So that's the y value. So when you're looking at the basics of this, the horizontal line is always your x values. The vertical is your y value. Okay, so y is dependent, x is independent. As we're talking about this, we're going to talk about plotting points as well. So when you're plotting points, these are your x values, these are your y values. So let's say we wanted to plot the points -3, 5. So x goes before y in the alphabet. So we're going to keep that pattern in math. So math is all about patterns and rules. So for here, I've got x equals -3. So I'm going to start at -3 on the x. So I'm going to put a little mark here just so I can see it. So there's where my x is. Y is at +5. So I go up from 0, 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's the y value. Notice I've got an x and a y here. So the point that I'm looking for is where these two meet. So here's my x value. Here's my y value. Where they meet is the point that I would plot. So this point lives right here. All right, let's try one more just so we're making sure we know what we're doing. So let's say we have 0, 7. All right, so for x, we're at 0, so we're on the y-axis. See, so here's 0. So we're gonna be on that y-axis, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up to 7. So here's 7, and there's that point.